1, 2, 3, 4. I won't take no anymore. 5, 6, 7, 8. I want you to be my mate. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're the one that I adore. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't run from me, 'cause this is fate.
I'm Vanessa Zoltan.
I'm Hannah McGregor.
And this is Hot and Bothered.
Oh, and we finally get to talk about the closing cheer. We've really built this up, and it's not a hugely elaborate cheer.
It's not. But this is how, to some extent, I just think every movie should end, is with a version of a song and a dance.
Yeah, absolutely. And an act of great courage.
Exactly. It's how I would like every day to end.
Oh, a song and a dance and an act of great courage.
Yes. Like, why not? When you're little, some parents sing you to bed. I'm 42. I don't know why that stopped.
I listen to podcasts on very low volume while falling asleep, so it's like somebody's reading me to bed. But the story they're telling me is about, like, the Supreme Court or something. Oh my God, if you're falling asleep right now, I hope you have the nicest dreams.
Should we sing to them? Let's do an act of great courage.
Okay, let me summarize this ending for us.
Please.
So it is the day of the graduation ceremony, which is set up like some sort of cursed reverse wedding where
Yes.
all of the guests are in white, and it's like outdoors. They're arranged very much like a wedding party. And then the graduates in their pink latex ball gowns or blue latex tuxedos walk down the aisle, I guess, to become married to their own heterosexuality. Unclear.
This is where we have to mention something that we would just be broken if we didn't. That Melanie Lynskey is in this film, a very young Melanie Lynskey. And she is one of the succeeding at passing heterosexual brides in this scene. And it's just so funny in this movie.
She's really good in this. She's like the teacher's pet.
Yeah.
Definitely also still gay, though.
Yeah, for sure. Just she knows what the game is and
she
is like,
absolutely knows how to play it. Yeah. So Megan and Dolph, who have been living with Lloyd and Larry, show up to the final ceremony in fatigues because they're doing a raid, and they're ready to liberate Graham and Clayton, who is the person who Dolph got kicked out for making out with.
Yep.
Clayton comes readily. Like, Clayton is almost immediately making out with Dolph behind a tree.
Yeah.
But Graham holds out because her terrible father is there with his terrible popped collar.
And his terrible popped collar of a wife.
His terrible popped collar of a wife who previously had told Graham that her mom wouldn't have left if Graham had been straight. Like, really horrible, horrible people.
I'm sorry. It's not funny, but it's so funny.
They're absolute monsters. So Graham says no. And so Megan's like, time to do something drastic, and changes into her cheerleading uniform. Thank goodness she brought her pom-poms.
Yes. Never leave home without them.
And then she does a very tender little cheer routine for Graham from the end of the aisle about how much she loves Graham. That rhymes and involves some little, it's just sort of waist up cheerleading. Like, her feet don't really move, but she's doing some fun pom-pom moves.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You're the one who I adore. And then Mary threatens Megan, and Megan runs away and gets in the back of the pickup truck. And at the last possible moment, Graham follows her, and they kiss in the back of the truck as it drives away. And the credits roll. And then we get our post-credit scene, which is Megan's dad and her mom, but her dad's speaking at a PFLAG meeting, which is a very tender little addition to be like, oh, by the way, she's not going to get cut off from her family. They're going to try.
Yeah. Which is, I think, like, part of what makes this a true comedy. She's fine in the end.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Miseducation of Cameron Post?
No, I've never even heard of it.
It's a wonderful, it's another indie queer movie, much more recent, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the non-comedy version of this movie. Yeah.
To be clear, one of my best friends, we became friends shortly after he graduated from conversion camp, and I was his girlfriend, according to his parents, for a number of years. So I feel like I've lived this.
Yeah. Part of what I really love about The Miseducation of Cameron Post, if you look at the poster for it, it's 3 kids sitting in the back of a pickup truck. So it's a visual reference to the end of this movie.
This movie, yeah.
That like it's a more serious, more contemporary movie about kids going to conversion camps, which I think continue to exist in the States.
Absolutely.
It's illegal in Canada now. But this movie is a reference point within queer film for this particular kind of narrative, and more serious movies that tackle the same topic, like use some of the visual references of this one. But this one gives us something like a happy ending by both getting Graham and Megan together and then offering us the possibility that Megan might be able to still have a relationship with her parents.
Yeah.
So what do you think this ending contributes to what the movie believes about love?
I mean, that the obsession with heterosexuality does not lead to love.
No.
Yeah, that heterosexuality is a cancer that just warps the brain and gets you to do weird things and has nothing to do with love, even though it purports to be about love.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the deep artificiality of this final ceremony really does drive home this, like, there is nothing natural about this. This is so weird.
And turns like horror movie joke weird, right? It reminded me a lot of Jordan Peele, where like they look possessed, like they have to go through this really strange ritual. And yeah, that like love and queer love in particular is the way out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
I am really interested in how clearly this movie is rejecting marriage as the definition of romantic love. And I think that this scene really drives that home for us, that like part of the destabilizing work that queerness does is getting rid of marriage as the natural and inevitable outcome of romantic love. And that is like really driven home in the construction of this scene as a wedding scene in which when Graham is liberated, she runs down the aisle the wrong way. Yeah. Like that running towards Megan is running away from marriage, away from these sort of state-sanctioned structures. Yeah. And, you know, I think it's really significant that, yes, gay marriage is legal in a lot of places now. And also a lot of queer people continue to reject marriage as an institution because of the ways in which it is sort of entangled with heteronormativity and with the ideas of state-sanctioned relationships, and the state's right to sanction your relationship sort of refuse to do so. So there is this real sense at the end that like marriage is the thing that one runs away from to get free.
And have a hot makeout
and that the
session.
Freedom is driving away in a pickup truck. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Marriage is prison. You know what freedom is? A pickup truck. I mean, the other thing that Graham is running away from when she runs away from True Directions is she is running away from the gazebo.
I mean, all of the things that I do feel like gazebos symbolize would make sense for Graham to run really far away from that.
Yeah. If you squint really closely, you can see Edward and Bella in that gazebo. And Graham's like, I'm out.
What stood out to you in this?
So it is so important to me that Megan gets to keep being a cheerleader.
Yes.
The title of the movie, which is a thing that she says, is like her defense that she can't be gay is that she is a cheerleader. Yeah. Because cheerleading is associated so powerfully with heteronormativity and gender performance and all of the structures that she was supposed to be fitting into. And that she then found out from the other girls in the cheerleading squad she was in fact failing to fit into, which like, pooh, what a mood. What a mood to find out you think you're performing your gender really well. And then people are like, you are doing this wrong. And you're like, oh, dang it.
You want to touch us all the time.
I was like,
and
yeah,
we
that's
think making out
normal.
with boys is fun.
No, you must also hate it. It's gross.
It's so
Everybody
gross.
hates it,
They
right?
attack you tongue
first. Ugh.
I do love when Megan pulls aside Michelle Williams and is like, do you like making out with your boyfriend? It's gross. And Michelle Williams is like, no, I like making out with my boyfriend. And then Megan goes, maybe he's bad at it. And I'm like, you're gay and he is bad at it.
He is also bad at it. Yeah, for sure he's bad at it. It's
Megan.
gross. So, there's a sense that like her cheerleading, I think in a different movie could be cast aside as she comes into her queerness, that it could be treated as this sort of leftover piece of her trying to perform heterosexuality. But it's not. It's hers. And she loves it. And she gets to bring it with her into her queer life. Not only does she get to keep being a cheerleader and to keep loving cheer, but that actually cheer becomes the medium she uses to declare her radical, disruptive, norm-breaking queer love out loud. Yeah. She does that with cheer. The fact that it is something that she loved and she got to bring it with her is so vital to me as a way of thinking about coming out narratives. And even when we think about the kinds of stories that we hear right now about kids and teens transitioning, and a lot of parents framing that as the loss, the loss of the child they thought they had, there is this insistence in this movie that nothing is lost or nothing needs to be lost in the process of coming out. The only things that are being lost are things that other people are taking away from her, right? They're taking away their love. They're taking away their support. Who she is still who she is, right? The things that matter deeply to her, the things that genuinely made her happy, her vagina pillow and her that wildly yonic pillow is so funny. Yeah. And her pom-poms, right? These are things that she gets to keep because she's still her. And, insofar as she loses or doesn't lose any other things, like her relationship with her parents, that's like kind of up to them. Yeah. Like they can make the decision to not lose their kid. But yeah, it's so vital to me, the role of cheerleading in this scene.
One of the pernicious things that is now said, I think, mostly about trans people as part of anti-trans narratives, but was absolutely also said in homophobic narratives at the time, was that gay people are trying to trick you, right? Well, of course she wants to be on the cheerleading team. She wants to look up at all of our skirts, right? Of course he wants to, be on the swim team. He wants to be able to see us in the locker room.
Trans women are trying to sneak into women's bathrooms. This kind of discourse.
Exactly. Yeah. But it wasn't a trick. She loved cheerleading.
She continues to love cheerleading.
Gay people aren't trying to sneak anywhere. She really loved it.
I love the way this movie handles Megan's desire for the other cheerleaders. Like the scene where she's being driven to conversion camp and they're going the opposite direction from the bus full of cheerleaders who are all like tits right out the window,
so
eating donuts. It's so funny. And, so it is playing a little bit with that moral panic.
But those outfits are designed and the whole thing is designed for men to do that. So it's not like
100%.
Megan is doing anything that the male gaze isn't set to do.
But like Megan loves cheerleading. Yeah. Truly, she's the most excited about it of all the cheerleaders.
Yeah.
And it's not just because she gets to look up their skirts.
It's not. When it's just her, she wants to declare her love by counting off.
Yeah. What about you? What stood out to you in this scene?
I think that the high stakesness stood out, right? You literally have Graham staring at her dad and stepmom who are like, we will disown you if. Yeah. Which makes Graham running after Megan and jumping into the pickup truck all the more courageous and incredible and romantic, right? It's not, the movie is not trying to fear monger in this moment. It's like, look how fucking amazing these kids are. Like they are going to be under this much pressure and they are
Yeah.
still going to go and do their thing,
Yeah.
knowing exactly what the consequences are. And
Yeah.
that, right, like I found it really emotional that she's really tempted to just go through with this dumb graduation.
Because she knows that, like, Graham is fully aware.
Yeah.
As you said last episode, she is fully aware that her job is not to somehow become straight. It's to get better at hiding her queerness from her family.
Right.
And so, like, her plan is just like, hold out, get this trust fund, go to school, become independent, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. It's just right now, you are fully dependent on these adults for everything that you had planned for your future. So you have to trick them. You have to go through with this, at least for now.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And that the fact that it makes perfect sense that she is willing to go through with this makes it, like you said, so much more courageous that she's like, no, actually, I'm going to blow up my life.
Yep. Because she could pass, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I get it. I get the game. I get how long I'm going to have to do it. It's going to make me want to die every day, right? But I understand the game. And she, at the end of this movie, is just like, fuck the game.
Yeah.
I'm going. Look how hot my girlfriend is cheering. Like, I got to go there.
She said 1, 2, 3, 4 for me. How can I not?
If you could rewrite this ending, Hannah, what would you do?
Oh, man. I mean, I know that this isn't how narratives work, but I actually just really want all the kids to get in that pickup truck.
Yeah.
I want them all to escape together. I want them all to get away. I'm sure more of them will get away at other stages in their lives, but also some of them never will. Some of them will spend their entire lives being deeply unhappy and lying about who they are. And I just want all those kids to be free.
I have 2 requests.
Mm-hmm.
One is that, like, I want us to know that Graham gets money anyway, right? Like, I want them to win in all the ways.
Yeah.
Also, haha, Dad, you can't take away my trust. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want somehow legally at the last second for Graham to still get her money. But the other thing is like, I want a big musical number. I want more cheering.
That's
I want
often your request. And I think with this movie, it's really legitimate.
It's appropriate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Whole cheer squad to show up. All the kids who got kicked out of conversion camp show up. I want more cheering with more people.
Why hasn't this movie been turned into a stage musical?
Oh, Hannah, it has been.
Okay, well, now I'm mad that I haven't seen it.
Anger, still here.
Don't worry about it. I'll always find something to be mad about.
Same.
I mean, I gotta say, Muna and Phoebe Bridgers kind of gave us a But I'm a Cheerleader musical via the music video for Silk Chiffon, which, if folks have not seen it, go watch it immediately. It is just fully a like reproduction of But I'm a Cheerleader, and it's so cute.
Hannah, next week we are watching Kissing Jessica Stein.
I'm so excited. I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Me neither.
Hope it holds up.
I know. I owned it on DVD. That's how much
Whoa.
I liked it once upon a time.
Whoa.
Yeah. You've been listening to Hot and Bothered. We are a small show and appreciate your support to run. Please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/hotandbotheredrompod. If you love the show, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. If you hate the show, go away. Why are you listening? Ariana Nettleman and I are the executive producers, and we are edited and produced by Ariana Nettleman. We're distributed by Acast. Thanks as always to our soulmate level patrons: Elizabeth Schweinsberg, whose heart we would play a game of one-on-one basketball for; Lauren Byer O'Connell, who we would call up on stage to dance with in front of the whole summer camp; Avi Lichtenstein, who we would make every person in the kingdom try on a shoe for; Kristen Hall, who we would travel through a time portal to spend the 19th century with;
Shiri Yadlin, who we would write a sonnet about and read it in front of the whole class, Delia Rose, who we are majorly, totally, butt crazy in love with, and Leia Goldberg, who we would carry on our backs as we jump from tree to tree like a little spider monkey. We also love our team, Julia Argy, Nikki Zoltan, AJ Ramos, Courtney Brown, Anissa Ahmed, Danny Langley, and Stephanie Paulsell.